It's day 390 off the grid, and that's the first time this light has come on since we've actually been off the grid, just a bit over a year. The light's working now, which is very handy because this is our sunroom, sun porch, what do you want to call it. This is our entrance vestibule. It's kind of handy to have a light that comes on when you first walk in, so now it does. But this was only secondary to why there's now power available in this room. Here's the first reason. The deep freeze. Now, it hasn't been a year since this thing's run. In fact, it's been around about 6 months. We unplugged this just before the winter solstice, and it has not been plugged in again since until now. And this used to be in the room which is going to become our office. It's like a little ante-room between the kitchen and the bathroom. But an office is no place for a freezer. So a couple of days ago I finally got this room tidied up enough, although it's by no means fully tidy yet, but tidied up enough to move the freezer in here. And today I have now repowered it, so we'll have a freezer, a proper freezer again, instead of the fridge in the caravan cranked up to 11 to act as a soft freezer. But this is not what this video is about. I mean, you know, okay, Zan's got his freezer going, whoop-de-fuck, what does that mean to you? Well, probably not a lot, but there's something inside this freezer I want to show you, which you might find useful. Inside here is the cheapest off-grid battery in the world. Yep, inside the freezer. Let me show you. And here we are. See these? Ice packs. Ice packs. There's quite a lot in there. And there's half a dozen there. Well, 12. Actually a dozen there, because these ones that are wrapped up are still 2 layers thick. So there's 12 there. There's about 24 there. That's 2 layers deep. Plus these other 6 there. So 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. There you go, 48 ice packs. Bought over the winter dirt cheap from Bunnings when no one wants ice packs. In fact, I paid $1 per each bunch of 2. So we got about $24 worth of ice packs sitting in there. That's the cheapest battery you'll ever buy for off-grid power. Battery, I hear you say. Battery? What are you going to store in these batteries? You obviously can't store power. No. This is a thermal battery, and what will be stored in these is heat. Well, actually, the lack of heat, obviously. This is a deep freeze. So, I've always had this deep freeze run on a timer. That's so I could run it hard out during the day, and then at night basically turn it off with only maybe some intermittent cycles during the night. So therefore the freezer has always run mainly off the solar panels and not really off the batteries. This is going one step further. During the day the freezer will run hard out, making sure all these ice packs and of course the food in here is frozen, and then at night it'll just coast through the night on the stored negative thermal energy of these ice packs. And maybe even on some cloudy days, instead of running the generator, I can just disconnect the freezer for that day. So in actual fact these are a battery, much the same way as someone might use a water tank heater, you know, to store their solar power in the form of thermal energy, of course in hot water. But this is doing the same thing but in the opposite sense. So I thought you might find that kind of cool. And the other thing I thought I might actually throw in there, and this is a funny thing, is this. is actually a battery. This battery is stuffed. But these have quite a low freezing temperature even when they're dead flat because of the sulfuric acid, and these represent a lot of thermal mass. If I add this in here too, I've got something else that can store thermal energy. So now a dead battery is working as a good battery. Funny that, eh? And that was day 390 off the grid. It's freezer time and time to go into the shop and get some ovenies.